Hi, my name is Natalie, and I'm here to talk to you about the Iontoderma iD-1000. I have hyperhidrosis, and I've had this condition for about 20 years. I first noticed it when I was 10 years old. I remember being in about 4th or 5th grade, and we did a section in school of line dancing, and I remember I had to hold one of the other little boys' hands, and he would hold my hand, and he would afterwards say, "Ooh, what is that? You're sweating." And so I first noticed it and knew that that wasn't normal and that the other kids didn't have really sweaty hands. So I've grown up with it essentially my whole life. I have it on my hands and on my feet. Hyperhidrosis has affected my life negatively for essentially 20 years. In sports, I remember playing basketball and I had a hard time dribbling. In school, when I would write, I would get my whole paper soaking wet and would have to carry around napkins or towels or something to get the sweat off. I'm a nurse, actually, so in my profession, you're constantly wearing gloves and having to do sterile things, and found it very difficult. Although I felt called to nursing, it was extremely embarrassing for me, and I felt like I couldn't touch people, which was essential to my job. And then when I had children, I thought over time maybe the hyperhidrosis would be less as I grew older, and actually got worse for me. I don't know if that's something that's normal or what, but for me it was not getting any better. So when I had children, I noticed that when I would hold them or hold their hands, or as babies, I was always getting their clothing just soaked, and it almost felt like their diaper was wet. So I felt like I had to do something about it. I've tried every topical treatment. I've considered surgery, and wasn't really willing to take medication with a lot of side effects, but it was really had such a stronghold in my life, and it was really holding me back, and willing to try just about anything. And my husband actually came across the Iontoderma online, and I was so skeptical. I said, "No way, that's never gonna work." And so when he said, "You know what, let's just try it," he really encouraged me. And so we decided to purchase it and brought it home and looked up how to use it and tried it the first day, and I didn't really notice anything. I thought, well, this is doable. I do 20-minute sessions on my hands, so 10 minutes on one polarization and 10 minutes on the next, switching sides. And have found that the first time I did it, I didn't notice anything. I knew that I had to start on kind of a lower voltage because I couldn't handle going higher. And so over the next, I think the instructions talk about most people see effects maybe in seven days. And by the 7th day, I did not notice that my sweating was better. So I persevered, and some people can need to do it a little bit longer, and that was me. And so at day 11, I remember waking up in the morning, and usually first thing in the morning, I immediately start sweating. And first thing in the morning, I woke up and I didn't sweat, and I thought, wow, that's interesting. And then caffeine always makes my hyperhidrosis worse. So I got up, I drank a cup of coffee, and nothing, no sweating at all. And just went throughout my day, went to work, noticed, wow, I'm not sweating at all. I went to the gym later and was running on the treadmill, and usually I'm like dripping sweat by that point when you work out. And there was no sweating whatsoever. So I just want to let you all know that this treatment really does work. I feel like I have somewhat severe hyperhidrosis, and I am essentially dry now. I purchased the Iontoderma in May of 2017, and it's now the end of September. And I've essentially been dry almost the whole summer. And so it's such a blessing for me. I really feel like this is an answer to 20 years of prayer. I had essentially given up on anything that could work for me. And this really has changed my entire life. It's changed my family's life. And so I just really want to encourage you, if you have hyperhidrosis, that you need to give this a try, because it will work for you if it worked for me. And so I just thank God every day that I discovered this, that this is out there and available to people. And if you have hyperhidrosis and you want to give it a try, go ahead, and in the description below you'll find a code, and you can use it on getting a discount on your own Iontoderma iD-1000. So I hope this video helps. I hope that you can find relief for yourself, and thanks for watching.